If there's anything to take away from this chapter, Black Clover, chapter 208, it's the importance of having a rivalry and competition in general, because without competition, people get stale, they won't reach their full potential. You need that drive, whatever it may be, and this chapter was very evident between the fact of Asta's new magic power or anti-magic sword power, whatnot, Yuno's new wind power, a lot of different elements with this chapter, the huge discovery as well that there are definitely more devils in the Black Clover world. A lot to talk about. Let's jump into it.
Whether Facebook, Twitter, or the two, make sure to steer clear, cause I'm coming through like...
So the chapter opens up again. I've noticed that Yuki Tabata, despite the fact that he's been very much so zooming in on this select cast of characters right now because it's the, you know, creme de la creme, the climax of this arc, he still is trying to, from time to time, show what other characters are doing. We get the panels with Yami and Charlotte, but we also get the panel of, I can't remember how to say his name, but the former captain of the Purple Orcas. We see him, he's hiding there. I think that he's going to have a pivotal, I guess, factor to contribute at the end of all of this, whether it be that they're all going to need to go into his world for a little bit, you know, where he's kind of like essentially in dimensions or something like that, because constantly showing him, despite that they've been looking at him as a traitor, which now they got a question like, so was he really a traitor, or is it just that he's a you know, kind of like a pig, basically, like, you know what I mean? He's been breaking rules, but it wasn't to overthrow the kingdom, or is there even something further? So a lot of different questions, but the fact that they're still keeping him around and he hasn't completely tried to run away from all of this, it's showing that he's going to possibly redeem himself in a way, or at the very least be allowed back into the kingdom. I don't know if he'll get the same role back, but they might allow, if he, let's just say, helps them all out in a situation like that where, you know, the devil, let's just say they defeat him and he starts exploding or something like that and they need to take shelter. That could be a way for him to redeem himself. So I'm imagining that's why Yuki Tabata continues to allow that character to be around, because otherwise it's like, you know, or he could be a sacrifice as well, because I mean, at the end of the day, if he's been dirty, he might have one of those life-changing revelations because of Asta and decide to help them out. Because remember, he also in this one says that his magic is running out soon. Once he's not able to do that, it's going to be curtains for him and can't remember other dude's name, but nice intro to show again that he's going to play a part. Then we move forward to Yami and Charlotte, and I love the fact that Yami, it's always, because Yami definitely, you can see that he's not an ordinary captain. His power, his magic, and everything definitely always puts him at an elevated level, to where in almost every arc they need to take out Yami from the arc, or separate him, or seclude him from everything, because it could be curtains. If Yami really uses his full potential, it would be a wrap. Similar to how in this chapter he says again, now that, you know, fake Charlotte, I guess you still gotta call her fake Charlotte, right? Because it's not really Charlotte. She healed his arm, and he says he got one good hit, and if he could get one good hit, he could finish it off and finish off the devil. Again, it's kind of par for the course with a lot of the arcs if you really think about it. With Black Clover, that essentially Yami could finish the job, and I'm imagining again it's going to be a collective at the end of this arc to really fully take out the devil. There's going to probably be one big swipe of Yami taking him out, and then possibly Asta, because he does say as well the only other person with a working magic against this guy for whatever reason is Asta, although it technically is not magic, it's the anti-magic, but you get what I'm saying. It's going to be a collective, something along the lines of that, I'm imagining. Again, it's going to be where that one good swipe that Yami has left to get the devil is what's going to take for Asta to then jump in, or possibly Asta and Yuno, and finish it off. But I'm glad that this chapter is slowly assuring us that there's a lot more to come, because a lot of us have been running around thinking like, okay, there's certain elements that we could definitely explore, but man, it feels like Black Clover's ending. The introduction, or not introduction because it's been leading into this, but the further confirmation in this chapter from the devil that the magic inside of Asta's anti-magic demon sword is from a different devil altogether. And he's like, I don't even know what devil that is, but it doesn't matter. I'm betting on anything, because he was trying to say like, this is the pecking order. I'm at the height of all of this. I'm willing to bet that this devil that we're fighting, despite the fact that they can't even rock with him, he's nothing compared to whatever other devils are out there, which I'm imagining it's, I guess, cliche, but probably Asta is going to be somehow relative, or at the very least is anti-magic, to possibly the lead devil of all of them. And that's what this devil doesn't realize. The pecking order is truly that Asta's sword could really, if he could master the potential of it, which he took another step further with this chapter, Devil's probably totally off because he doesn't realize the significance of who Asta is and possibly his heritage. Again, this is all under assumption, and with Black Clover, again, it usually goes with a trope and then twists things around. So maybe it won't be exactly that, you know, Asta's the son of the almighty devil. Maybe he's the nephew or something like that. That's usually how Black Clover's been playing it, taking a trope and then twisting it a bit. And the reason I opened up talking about the importance of a rival and them being able to push you, you know, having that driving force, because you see throughout the chapter, it's really Yuno's development in a way, and him, you know, activating that new magic, that new wind magic. It's really all a plot device at the end of the day to push forth Asta to develop, because every time Yuno gets it, it immediately makes him, it drives Asta, I guess, when he sees Yuno accomplish a new feat. Okay, I gotta do it. So throughout the chapter, you see that Asta, he's losing control of himself. The first Wizard King gets injured, essentially, not being able to use his magic for a while because of Asta. And again, Yuno, even though it's cool, don't get me wrong, it's clear as day that he's constantly used as, again, like a Vegeta-esque type of character to allow the main character, the Goku, the Asta, to, you know, get to the next level, so to speak. And again, with this one, we got a lot, because so we have the devil revealing that there's more devils and he don't know who's inside of, or which devil that Asta got that magic from. So we have that. We have Asta mastering this new technique with his sword, the Black Divider. Not a fan of the name, I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm not gonna abbreviate it and call it that Black D either. But yeah, Asta's new anti-demon magic sword power. Very interesting to say the least, because again, now him and Yuno took a step further, which by the end of this arc, I'm not even gonna lie, like, they're probably close to captain level. I mean, we seen Yuno in those exams. It was a technicality, sure, but he was able to take out one of the captains, you know, with the whole crystal thing. So if he was able to do that then, imagine with all these power-ups where Asta and Yuno are at now. Like, we're gonna need some type of time skip. A lot of things are gonna have to happen. Who knows? It would be insane, and I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen, but it would be insane if we get a time skip and the new captain of the Golden Dawn, which I'm calling it, new captain of the Golden Dawn, is going to be Yuno. Now that William Vengeance won't be there no longer, it's going to kind of be like a Gaara situation. Again, Yuki Tabata taking different inspirations. That's how I'm imagining it being. Yuno's going to be already the captain of the Golden Dawn, making him even closer to being the Wizard King, while Asta probably won't get promoted, but maybe they'll have some stars on the map. Who knows? Maybe the Black Bulls will be #1, but it'll still push Asta again, because even if the Black Bulls pull ahead and they become #1 because like William Vengeance, everything that happened, so star system wise, the Black Bulls might pull ahead. But again, Asta's gonna be like, but damn, Yuno's that much closer to Wizard King, which this chapter embodied of like how much Yuno pushes Asta. We got to see a little bit more of Patri, and truly how, honestly, if you think about everything that Patri tries to do, because his magic is so close to like Lit, or him trying to replicate Lit's, you really see the difference, because he's like, man, what I can do is nothing compared to Lit. This ain't even a scratch, but he tries to do something again. Redeeming Patri, honestly, I felt as though the way he was handled, because I was very skeptical leading into all of this, finding out who William Vengeance really is and everything. I was like, this feels like an Obito thing. As I've discussed in previous chapters, it's definitely cleared these characters, Patri, and, you know, the true identity of, or the true Lit, shall I say. It doesn't feel as messy as it would have felt. It feels as though, hey, when Patri's giving it his all, it's a cool scene, it feels meaningful, and it doesn't feel, again, I don't know, it's just how you felt about those characters in the Fourth Great Shinobi War. I'm not trying to downplay Naruto at all, but I'm just saying. And with all that being said, again, another huge chapter, big revelations. Kind of curious what you guys think about this. For starters, who do you think, or which demon or devil, shall I say, is going to be the one that Asta is getting his new anti-demon magic from? Is it from like the Lord of them all, or are they gonna do it kind of like, again, we thought the first Wizard King, initially we all assumed that, oh, he's going to be the father of Asta and Yuno. That was changed up a bit. It's probably going to be that he's like their uncle. Maybe it'll be the same thing with the whole Asta's heritage and his connection to whatever demon is in his anti-magic sword. Or if you think differently, it's going to be just straight up something we've seen before, because you never know with Black Clover. But for a while now, it's been showing and proving that despite you may think what's going to happen, you may get close to it, but you'll still be off. And what do you think about Asta and Yuno's new powers? Again, I'm not a fan of Asta's in particular, the name, but the design looks sick. I'm really freaking hyped to see him elevating even more. And man, when it is all said and done, do you think that Asta and Yuno are going to be captain level by the end of this arc? And do you think if we have a time skip, Yuno's going to come back on some Gaara shit, and he's going to be the captain, essentially, of the Golden Dawn now that William Vengeance left? I mean, he has the power for it. He's shown improvement, leadership, everything that it would take to be a captain. I think Yuno already has it. and your overall thoughts and speculations for how this is all going to wrap up. Again, I see it being a collective defeat. I see Yami using that one slash, kind of like when Vegeta blasted Cell to give that one opportunity for Gohan to get in. I think that that's potentially what we might see as well with Asta and Yuno, but it'll probably be Asta to deliver the final blow. It's Black Clover, it's his series, he's the main character, you dig? And your overall thoughts and speculations for the future of Black Clover, chapter 208, very powerful stuff. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Please hit the bell to get all notifications. If you want to find out whenever my Black Clover reviews drop or any other chapter reviews or videos in general, definitely make sure to hit that bell to get the notifications, because if not, YouTube ain't gonna let you know. And if you want to follow any other social media, links of course in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day, and remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Now, have an awesome day. Can't forget the music though. Hold on, let me play y'all something.
Paper rules, if you heard it, best believe that. For now it's whatever, one day I'll be your favorite forever. No matter how you move.